Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you guys here. We're going to dive right into your reading. I'm pretty excited. This really came to me this morning while I was meditating. We're going to use the Sacred Earth Oracle to get a very broad scope, like overview perspective. Then we're going to use the Magic of You Oracle to look at you, Pisces. And then we're going to get the Yin Yang Oracle to look at all the things that are balancing out, all the things that are coming together and all the things. Well, we're going to just see. We're not going to I don't like to put pressure on the cards, but we're going to see. But this is why I was called to bring these decks together. And then we're going to be using these decks that I think you guys like. I like them very, very much. I usually get comments on them when I use them. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot by MJ Cullinane, and this is the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. So, pretty exciting. I'm ready to dive right in. I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who watch my videos, who like, share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. You guys are amazing. I just can't say it enough. Even saying it every day is not enough. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I really look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing what you say and seeing your signs and your synchronicities and all the ways in which these readings relate to you and to what's happening for you. It's pretty exciting and thrilling to think of how connected we all are. And gosh, guys, to any of you who are new watching the video, welcome to the channel. I am very happy to have you here today. Just keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates and keep the rest. Wow, you guys, pretty crazy. You got a card of balance. This has been a big, I wasn't sure. I felt like it was a theme in a reading recently. And then this morning when I was meditating, I kept getting this energy of balance, like things coming together and balancing. And it was funny because I was like, man, Temperance is a card that has been stalking you guys lately. And so I got this message about balance, but I'm a Libra, and it's also kind of my theme or what I do. I balance, right? And so anyway, I didn't know so much if the message was for me or for you or for all of us or for what, but here it is coming out again already. And that's actually why I selected the Yin Yang Oracle. So it's very interesting. In fact, I wasn't going to do it this way, but I do think that I am going to clarify these cards with the Yin Yang Oracle. Wow, that's weird. I said article. So that may be significant to someone. You have stretch on the bottom of the deck, and it feels, right before, well, how do I want to say this? You know how it's coming to me? When a butterfly comes out of the cocoon, right? Its wings are sort of, folded up. It's been inside that cocoon. And they're not, the outstretched butterfly wings that we think about when we think about a butterfly yet. First, they have to kind of go through the process. It's even like a baby bird, right? When a baby bird is born, it does have its wings, but they're not wings that are sustainable for flight, or they can't sustain flight or something I'm getting. There's this energy of, keep in mind we're all on different timelines, right? But there's this energy with this stretch card of either you're coming out of a period of time where you've gotten a taste of what's to come. Things have begun working out for you. You're starting to see, how do I want to say it? Like confirmation in the material world of what you've been manifesting, or even your own growth cycle or your own kind of rebirth energy. Or it is that you are coming into it, or you are somewhere in that spectrum. Okay? So just general reading, take it as it resonates, put yourself where you are in that spectrum. But it's interesting because I see this glimmery energy of, oh my gosh, this is what it's going to be like. Like maybe the baby bird sees the mama bird and the papa bird, you know, flying into the nest, and they're like, wow, I'm going to do that someday. Or, and it realizes it's a bird, you know what I mean? Or the butterfly, you know, stretches out its wing and it stays out, and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's kind of that energy of just like, I'm more powerful than I thought I was, or I'm more capable than I thought I was, or dang. It can even be the thought of, man, I hope I get a good parking space. Please help me to get a good parking space. And, you know, especially like in a Trader Joe's parking lot. Oh my gosh. And then it's like, boom, you pull in and somebody's leaving and you get that front spot. You know what I mean? Or it's raining and you get that front spot right by the door. You know, it's that kind of energy of just, and it's almost like practicing it. It's almost like asking for things and then receiving it. Very small things at first, but then I see it growing into much bigger things. You know, what's important to remember, I always feel like with yin and yang, is that there is always light in the darkness. So no matter how dark your world ever becomes, you just sit and you just put your feet on the floor, ground into Mother Earth, close your eyes, focus on your breath, and wait until you see the light. Wait until a little pinpoint of light appears. And then focus on that light, and you focus on that light until it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows until the light takes over. That's all you can do sometimes, right? But there's always light in the darkness. There always, always, always is. You just have to find it, and you have to be so focused on it that it can't elude you. That being said, when things are really light and everything is working out, there is darkness in the light. We can get a little too big for our britches. We can fall into our ego. We can, you know, there's all different kinds of ways that, you know, people can kind of come and try to take advantage of us. And we can think, oh, we have so much. We can be generous. We can give, which is in and of itself a really beautiful and loving thought. But if we give to the wrong person and they take, then suddenly they have everything. We've passed our power to them and we are left with nothing. So just there is this energy of all things are balanced. And, you know, if you are in a hard part right now, if you are in a dark spot, hang in there, because this is definitely saying that things are going to change. You have this energy of time, and time in and of itself is a human construct, but it is sort of important to us, I guess, as people. I mean, it's not sort of, it is. You know, we mark the hour, the minute, the second, the day, the year, how old we are, how old the earth is, you know. We mark all of these things. And with this time, the one thing that time teaches us for sure, the one constant, the one reliable thing that we know without a fact, without a doubt, that is a fact, is that things change. And this is a very impermanent world. You know, I am older than I was yesterday. I have changed since yesterday. I have changed since last year. I have changed since 5 years ago. I have changed since 10 years ago. And maybe, you know, that is something for you if you are in the dark to focus on, to say to myself, to yourself, to look, to introspect, to see, you know, are you judging yourself fairly? Are you, because, you know, there's this sense of, yeah, maybe I'm not where I want to be today, but like compared to where I was yesterday. And it's really important, you know, with time to also remember that everything does come in time. And for no two people is time the same. Even if you and I were sitting at a table face to face with one another right now, and we were sharing this moment together, and we were having the same conversation, breathing the same air in the same exact space at the same exact time in the same exact moment, your perspective of this moment and my perspective of this moment would be different, because that's the nature of us, because that's the nature of life. And so there is this energy of being aware of the presence of time, or the passage of time in a way. Remembering, like, you see the hand here with the sun here. It's almost this energy of like, the only time we can do anything with is the moment that we're in, the present moment. If we get too focused on the future or too focused on the past, we lose it. We start to get depressed. We start to go down the black hole if we focus on the past, because it's a bunch of decisions that we made knowing what we knew at the time, not what we know today. And those decisions and choices, some of which we wish we could change, but we can't. So focusing on it only leads to that feeling of frustration of, I wish I could go back, but I can't, you know? It's an impossibility. So focusing on the past, it's very limiting, and it pretty much always leads to depression or heavy, low vibe energy. When we get too focused on the future and saying, man, this is my goal, this has to happen, I need this person to come back into my life, or I need my life to look like this, or it's got to be like that, or how am I going to do this by this time, and da-da-da-da-da. We start to get very anxious. We start to feel like, oh man, this could be hopeless. I could be helpless. This could be a situation that's out of my control, you know? And when we stay right here in the present moment, we are the creator. In this present moment, we have the capacity to alchemize, to change anything we can say about the past. It was a lesson that I learned. I'm not going to do that again, or I'm actually going to let that fuel me moving forward. Or, you know, we can choose to find the healthy perspective. We can choose to find the gift in it, the light in that darkness. And we can say, you know what, tomorrow will take care of itself. We can be kind to ourselves. We can be generous to ourselves. We can be loving to ourselves, and stay in the present moment. In the present moment, you are safe from harm. Nothing is harming you right now. You're watching this video. You're here with me. We are together looking at these beautiful cards, thinking about what may come, you know, listening to the sound of our own intuition guiding us, what messages are for me, what are not for me. You know, it's a beautiful moment that we're sharing right now. You know, all things come into balance. All things come into harmony and unity. The universe is a universe that operates in this idea of balance. And so, you know, sometimes the decisions that we regret are the decisions where we overgave to a situation, or to where we were unconditionally loving, or we gave all that we had to something. And you know, I'm like, this earth in her hands, you know, the earth gives to us endlessly, and we abuse the living crap out of her. And yet she keeps giving, and yet she keeps being this abundant, beautiful space for us to enjoy, for us to experience what it is to be a spiritual being having a human experience. She just keeps giving. But there's a balance to all things, and they're in the universe. And so if you have been someone who has given, and you feel as though, you know, it's just been this real imbalance in your life, know that energy will come back to you. And it does come back to you. It takes many forms. It doesn't always come back from the person you gave it to, or in the place that you gave it, or in the way that you gave it, but it comes back to you in beautiful ways. And to be open to that experience of the universe balancing things out. But it feels, Pisces, like you are entering a time period where there is some kind of karmic return happening, and you are experiencing yourself in a new way. You are experiencing your own ability to fly in a different way, in a different set of circumstances, in a different sort of environment. And it really is about staying present. Look at that dragonfly there. It's always transformation and change. There's also birds here. There may be messages coming in, or opportunities coming in. There may even be a relationship of significance. Let's see what the yin yang has to offer us. Wow, we have renewal and we have cycles. Yeah, so Wow, with the Ace of Earth, after I literally just said you may have opportunities coming in with those birds, you have this energy of, it is a new beginning. I got that right from the beginning. And remember how I even said the butterfly wings? For some of you, it may actually even be where you have not felt safe or felt like you were in relationships where you could voice your needs, your desires. You just tried to be what the other person needed. And almost like many times neglected yourself. That cycle is over. You are having, it feels like a throat chakra transformation here, or like, this may be even practicing using your voice, practicing using your words to get what you need, to get what you want, being okay with it, knowing that you're worthy of what you're asking for, knowing that, part of being human is having needs. We're born with needs. When we're babies, we can't do anything for ourselves. And it doesn't stop just because we grow up and, can take care of them ourselves. We still have those same needs. We still have to eat. We still have to sleep. We still have to keep a roof over our heads or a safe place to let our bodies renew. But this, you have completed a cycle, and you have this spark energy and you have this earth energy. And this new cycle is bringing in a sense of balance where some of the really beautiful and good things that you put out into the world are coming back to you. And I think, especially if you have been someone who's like been more of a caretaker of other people, or been, sometimes we think that like, wow, if we're always useful or helpful, people will keep us around. We'll always have friends. We'll always have a relationship. We'll always have it. But that's just really not true. People actually get tired and feel guilty and, experience that in a different way than what you even maybe intend. You think, well, I have good intentions. I care about this person. I want to be a part of their life. I'll be helpful and I'll be useful and I'll put my own needs aside and I'll be there for them, and I'll be empathetic and compassionate, and I'll offer them the best that I have to offer. But if you're someone that can't reciprocate that, there is something within you. I mean, they'll take and take and take sometimes until there's nothing left for you to give them. You're completely depleted because you forgot to take care of yourself along the way. Or they'll, there's a multitude of things that can happen, but there is sometimes where people just feel guilty. They can't reciprocate. They don't want to reciprocate. They are greedy, at the fundamental core of who they are, and they don't want to change. They don't want to not be greedy. They don't see a purpose in it. Being greedy has served a purpose for them. That's why they're like that. And so they can't just sit there and take, and even risk having other people see that they're just takers. So they move on. And you think, my God, I gave this person everything and they moved on. How is that possible? And it's not a reflection of what you gave or the worth of what you gave. It is a reflection of that other person and what they're going through. But there is something to be learned for you as well, right? Because why did I do that? Why did I think that I needed to pay some price to be with someone? Why did I think that my needs were not worthy? Sure, I can give, and I can give out of an open heart, and that's a beautiful thing. And, maybe sometimes I don't mind, but there has to be reciprocity. Like, it has to come back in my direction at some point. Otherwise, I'm just giving. And what is it within me that tells me that I should do that, or that that's okay? Let me solve that mystery, and I will be even more equipped going into this new cycle, right? And because this is a cycle that is solid and stable. For some of you, you may have a soulmate coming in, or there may be some kind of romantic spark with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. For some of you, it could even be a Libra, because we are clarifying balance. But we also have the energy of fire here and air here. So, take it as it resonates. It could be anyone, right? But this is the universe saying, okay, Pisces, you know, you have found your way through that cycle. You have started to make a different decision, and now we're going to provide a cycle that reflects the decisions that you're making. And with it being the Ace of Pentacles, it seems like, Pisces, you are discovering your self-worth, or you have discovered your self-worth, or you have spent a period of time very committed to your self-worth. And now it's like starting to materialize. Now it's starting to come in the form of the material world. And that's a wonderful thing. For some of you, it's money. For some of you, it's a job. For some of you, it's a relationship. For some of you, it's more than one thing. But it, you know, this is abundance here. Time for Pisces, please. Ooh, I wasn't expecting this. Okay. Pisces. Okay. I was not feeling this. Pisces, there could be someone, and this may not be for everyone, because honestly, I don't feel super connected to this energy, but I'm getting it. That there has been some time since you've seen them, or some time has passed here. Or it may be that you have recently connected with someone, okay? And I actually resonate more with that than I do the other. But it can be even both for some of you, I'm getting. Okay, wow. Okay, so in the first case, right, where you've disconnected from someone, you've been in separation from someone, I feel like they've been spying and watching you, and you may not even be aware of this. I feel like this person is super triggered. You may have gone on to a new relationship, and this person may be watching you do that. It may also be that this person also, I'm getting this Empressy kind of energy where it's like, they have always considered you their empress, or they've always considered you the one that they would settle down with if they were going to settle down, or if they were capable of it. But this person, there's a conflict within this person that prevents them from being able to be in harmony with themselves, and therefore with anyone outside of them. And it's like they want this 10 of Cups kind of vibe, but like they have to figure something out within themselves. And I feel like you may have given them time and space to do this. This reading may be about that person, that, you know, we may be finding out more about like what's going on with them, or maybe they're coming back around. I can't say. But it feels like there has been time, and it feels like, you know, this person has had an opportunity at least to kind of look at their triggers and kind of face them. And I do feel like this person still kind of gets triggered watching you, because it's like they don't really want you to get away. It's like they're not capable of showing up for you, but they also don't want you with somebody else. Now, if you have been spending time with someone recently, it feels as though this person's been taking it slow, or there's an energy here of like taking our time to make sure, like, we both have maybe learned lessons. We both maybe have just recently closed out a cycle. We're both maybe just feeling things out right now. And there's sort of this energy with this person of where they may be in a healing process, or I feel a step up of maturity, like, it's kind of like they may have been someone that was kind of in their ego a bit, and they've had some type of humbling experience to where they're, how do I want to say it? I don't want to say like easily triggered, but whatever they went through was a bit traumatizing or a bit upending in their life. And I feel that they are, you know, there's someone who's like, I need to take my time. I need to watch. I need to make sure that this person is trustworthy. I need to make sure that this person isn't going to, it's almost like they may have been in a relationship with someone who was a bit narcissistic, who made them who intentionally like triggered them and then made them feel like they were out of control for reacting. It's that sort of kind of vibe. Or at least they've kind of narrowed it down or pinpointed that they can't handle that. And it may be that they're really watching and waiting and giving you space and sort of trying to see if you're like that or not. But I feel like the more time that passes, the more this person feels like a sense of belonging and a sense of trust and a sense of security. And I feel like they might not have even been thinking that that could even happen. I still feel this sense of fear. It's kind of like, you know, we all have these personality traits that we know get us into trouble, right? And there are things that we work on. There are things that we try hard to change, but sometimes we'll slip up. We'll not be living mindfully. We'll forget for a second. We'll, you know, whatever. And it's kind of like, I feel like with this person, part of their personality trait or part of what they feel got them into trouble to begin with is being like either overly trusting or like it's overly easy for them to become enthusiastic and to fall in love, or to think they're in love, or to think this is their person. And so there's almost this energy of like, I kind of want to hold back, or like I'm getting that sensation, or my intuition is telling me that, but I'm sort of almost even like intentionally ignoring it, because it's gotten me into trouble. But it feels like it's taking over. It feels like this energy is falling by the wayside and this energy is kind of taking over. So let's see what this unity is, because something's definitely coming together here. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, alrighty then. So you guys are getting communication, and you are getting the Ace of Wands, which is called fire here. Again, I just got, again, this is air and this is fire, just like in the beginning. So there may be something here about a fire sign with air in their chart, or an air sign with fire in their chart, or, you know what I'm saying? It's sort of, in it, I'm getting like fan the flame. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have just had so many flashes of things. So, I've been really open. Traveling sometimes does that to you. I saw things that I never normally see. You know, I was driving in the mountains with my daughter and my granddog, and it had, you know, recently snowed and ice, and like there were these trees coated in ice and the sun was reflecting off of them like little crystals, like prisms. And then there was like tons of snow on the branches of the trees. And like at the time of day that we were pulling into the mountains, like the big mountainous part of our journey, I think it was like twilight or getting to be about twilight. And so everything has an extra sense of magic at that time, but it was such an unusual sight for me. I don't imagine that I'd ever really get used to it. And like, I grew up north. I've seen snow before, but this was like, it was just, I don't know, I felt like it was something I had never seen before. And it could have legitimately been because it had been so long since I'd seen it, but it was just magical. I literally could not stop taking videos of it. I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, but honestly, let me try to show you. Look at this. Here, maybe if I do this. I mean, it was a wonderland, legitimately. It was gorgeous. I mean, and I can't really see what I'm showing you. I know it's a video from the trip, but it was, I mean, I don't know. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And I think sometimes that does open you up. This card says travel here, and it is like an airy kind of energy that I'm picking up on. So for some of you, if you feel stagnant or you feel closed off or you feel like you're struggling to get messages from your intuition, this may actually even be a recommendation to like come back into harmony with yourself by taking a little trip, or like I'm even getting like a day trip just to get in your car and like go somewhere that you don't normally go, just to even drive a different route, a route you don't know. I'm actually getting it like this when I make a recipe. Like yesterday I made chili. I've been making chili my whole life. Like I can make chili with my eyes closed. I don't even use a recipe. And so I made chili, and it's showing me like making chili versus making like coq au vin or like, you know, mousse or something horrible. No, I'm just kidding. I'm afraid of gelatin. But there you go. There's my fear. But what I'm telling you is sometimes it's good to, I'm getting this message strongly, to switch it up, to do something different, to take a different route, to do something where you have to follow directions very carefully, to do, if you're used to following directions very carefully or doing something really detailed or something like that, do something that requires none of that. You know, let your mind go. It's just, I'm really getting this, something about you guys are getting into unity even with your sort of creative center. The like sacral chakra is like even lighting up for me right here. So this is kind of an intense, the Ace of Wands has to do with our soul purpose and our soul spark and the thing that we are that nobody else is, right? And this is our life force energy. And there is something here where with the unity card, you're coming into some kind of harmony with a soul spark here. And I really think that the universe is trying to say, be open to it, be open to receiving it, be open to taking its direction, be open to letting yourself go and move within that space. For some of you, it's like getting back in the saddle again. That's what I'm getting. It's like you haven't even attempted to do it in a while. And this is you getting back at it. Okay, if this is something you felt moved to do, or if possibly I'm also seeing 1-1, so you may have decided to do this as a New Year's resolution, I am getting like stay with it. This is something that actually prevents you from it. This keeps you humble. This keeps you grounded in your own energy. This creative energy that you guys have. It keeps you from going too far into your ego. And also I'm getting overthinking. Wow. So don't overthink. Like, let yourself go. When I saw this card on the bottom of the deck, do you know what I got? Remember how I had been saying that this could have been somebody who was like in their ego and now they're trying a different cycle where, you know, they're not, like they've had a humbling experience recently. And so they're sort of trying to make sure that you're not someone that's going to be bad for them, because I feel like they've tried to make positive changes or they've been more open to making positive changes. Well, this card came out and you see how she's holding one of those like beauty magnifier mirrors. I don't know if that's what that is, but that's what the message it is to me. Okay. So it's like, she's like looked at every detail. She's been working on herself. She's been introspecting. She's been, you know, because she was too much in her ego. And when I say she, please don't, I mean, look, right underneath it is the masculine. So it's not about gender. It's not about, you know, but wow, what the heck, Pisces, what a freaking reading. Your energy, you guys, man, woo. Okay, this energy with this sun card underneath it, I was talking about living in the present moment. Yeah, this is about not slipping back into old habits and not getting anxious or even fantasizing about where it's going to go. This is about not having any expectations, not setting yourself up for failure, not getting yourself in your head. This is about creation for the sake of creation and being fully present in the moment for the sake of being here. You really can manifest very quickly right now, I feel like. And also alchemize situations. Like you may see a situation getting out of control and it's almost as if, or you could see a situation going one way or another, and it's almost as if you have the power to sort of choose the direction that it goes. I see a lot of diffusing kind of energy here. So you're very powerful right now. Just take that as it resonates, guys. I don't really know what it means. But you know, this is two people. Look at that. The mirror is reflecting. Look at that. They're looking at themselves very carefully. So this can be both of you could have been going through some kind of cycle of where you have been really looking at your own behavior, your own wants, your own needs, your own yeah, I'm getting a sense of like perfection or needing to be perfect or feeling some kind of way. I get a lot of anxiety from this clock right here. I get a lot of self-doubt and kind of like self-loathing with the dark background here. Wow, big introspective time. And man, so see, you are stretching those butterfly wings. You know, you're feeling the sun for the first time here. This is exactly what I'm getting. It's leading somewhere. It's leading somewhere important. It is taking you in a direction of something that you deeply desire and something that desires you as well. And this is about communication coming in. There's some kind of opportunity or opportunities coming in. Some of you are receiving messages. This can also be about someone maybe coming to see you, or you may be having an opportunity to go see someone else. There may also, you know, we have been getting this energy of like someone traveling and the other person missing them and realizing, you know, having some kind of epiphany moment. This is very interesting. I cannot wait to dive into the tarot, but I'm also pretty excited about looking at the Magic of You Oracle here. For Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces. Ooh, I feel you're breaking free of something that's been holding you back, Pisces. I don't know what it is. Damn. Oh my God, I literally said, oh, I feel like puking. Oh my God, that is so crazy, you guys. I literally said, I feel there's been something holding you back. You're being freed from it. Look at the cards. Oh my God. She's literally got a rope around her foot here. She hasn't been able to move completely. Hex. This is like all the outside forces coming at you. And look what we end on. A freaking key. It says, this card literally says, it says where whatever you choose will be correct. Pisces, you're hitting a cycle where no matter which path you choose, which opportunities you say yes to, and which ones you say no to, you will be correct. Wow. There's a 35 on here, and I literally got March 5th, or like it could be 3/5, 3/15, 3/25. I don't know. And I guess 3/25 you'd be in Aries, but maybe that's something. We also have 12 and 23. So 2/3, February 3rd or February 13th or February 23rd. Sorry, this is the 12th. The 12 is coming out very strong too. Wow. Numbers don't always speak to me like that, and especially not as dates as strongly as that. And how ironic, right? That we start in February and end in March, just like Pisces. Okay, I don't know. The strangest things have been happening lately. Okay, so, literally, my husband picked me up from the airport, and we got in the car, and we're driving home, and we're talking, and we pull behind this car, and the license plate is my daughter's birthday. And I was like, gosh, that is so ironic. Then my husband passes that car, and we get behind another car, and it's our initials together on the license plate. And we looked at each other and we were like, we're at one of those toll plazas and we look at each other and we're like, is this real? Did that really happen? Did we just see our daughter's birthday? And he's not even like that. Like, he's not into signs and stuff. I mean, yeah, I think I've affected him. But yeah, then that happened. And then, we got behind a truck. And the truck had a license plate holder from my husband's home state, which is very far away from here. And then, oh my gosh. Oh, and then he was driving home last night and he called me, and my college, somebody in my college is not, you don't see stuff from my college a lot. There was a sticker for my college, which is also my daughter's college, on the back of his car. And my husband took a picture and sent it to my daughter and I, and was just like, OMG. We were both like, what? So it was pretty crazy. It's been really crazy. You guys may be having experiences like that, especially maybe when you turn on your car or when you go somewhere or when you unlock a key, unlock a door of some kind or turn something on of some kind. There may be signs or synchronicities. Man, see, okay, when your reading is this much about signs and synchronicities and opening up, and you see cards like the Ace of Wands and stuff on here, it's kind of a big deal. Spirit's definitely trying to get you to pay attention. You know, you got to stay present in the moment, because when you're present in the moment, you're most likely to see the signs and synchronicities. And it's not about assigning them a reason for being, okay? It is just about saying, okay, what's this trying to tell me? How do I follow this lead? What does this lead mean? I don't know if I told you this, but the week before last, I had this dream, and it was the weirdest dream. Like, these people were breaking up, and I was in a hotel, and they put this box on the bottom of the bellhop cart, and it had their names on it, which I can tell you, it was Chelsea and Mark. And most people can't read in their dreams. I didn't know that, but I have a friend who's a psychic, and I had a weird dream where I was like reading off a blackboard, and I actually remembered the words, and I could still see the blackboard when I woke up. And so I was like, it was the weirdest thing. And she said, most people can't read in their dreams. Like, that's pretty crazy. So anyway, I read the names, and it was Mark and Chelsea. And so I was like telling my daughter about it, and it seemed so, I kept coming back to that place of like, why would I have written those two names down? So I Googled it, and it turns out she's a singer. Oh, and also one of my friends from when I was a photographer was in my dream, and I said to him, oh, do you think this belongs to this opera singer that I have photographed, whose name is also Chelsea? So I was like, do you think this belongs to them? And he was like, no, I don't think so. And so I Googled it, and Chelsea is a singer, and the Chelsea I know is also a singer. And so that is crazy. And then Mark was a dancer for Dancing with the Stars. And as soon as I saw his face, I knew exactly why I had that dream. I knew exactly what it meant. I knew everything. And there were so many confirmations, the zodiac sign, the this, the that, you know, just when you Google somebody, what comes up, and it was like, boom, 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 confirmation, 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 confirmation. So I told the person the dream. Anyway, it was very interesting because it was very prescient. And so you guys could be having these experiences that like are significant. Like, pay attention to them, look at them, stay open to them, and yeah, just really take notice of them. Okay, something that has been coming up in my YouTube feed, and I'm seeing it right here with this hex card. This is such a unique reading. This is so crazy. I don't usually read this way, but this is wild. With this hex card, you have this energy of something coming from the outside in, or something being directed toward you. In my YouTube feed, it keeps coming up for me, and I have no idea why, but it's like, cleanse your name in salt water. I don't know if that resonates with you. I haven't watched a video. I don't know what it's about. I have no clue. I've never even heard of it before, but it will even have a date. It will even say like January, whatever the day is today. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. So, so I don't know why, but that's coming up right here. So for some of you, if that resonates, do it. Let me know, you know, like look into it, you know, Google it, let me know. But it feels like we hold ourselves back and other people have been holding us back. So it's been a combination, this energy that we're stretching out from. With this panacea, I always have loved that word. It says there is a solution for every problem. Most of the things that hold us back are fear. It's our thoughts, our fear. It's things we do and say to ourselves. But sometimes the things that hold us back are the things that are coming from the outside world. You know, other people's judgment, other people's jealousy, other people's desire to have what we have or to, you know, whatever. And it says, be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. So there can be a time right here, Pisces, where you do need to protect yourself, or you do need to, you know, you can always ask Archangel Michael for protection. I'm a huge fan of that. But, you know, when you start to glow and when you start to shine and when you're in a transition period, not everyone can go with you. And there are some people that are going to be happy for your happiness, and there are some people who are going to be absolutely not. And be still and let them reveal themselves. And pay attention and don't chalk yourself in or out of anything. Just let it reveal itself. That's what I'm getting. All right. Now for the tarot. I don't know how we're going to follow that up. Gosh, you see how all the keys are upside down in this card and then there's just the one upright? It's like you gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find the prince. You know, it's that kind of energy that's giving me. Okay, take it as it resonates. Wow, first card out, the High Priestess. With the 10 of Pentacles. With the 3 of Swords. Wow. All right, Pisces. Some of you have gone through a lot of difficulty. Some of you are going through difficulty right now, you know? I mean, these are hard times. And they're scary times. With this 3 of Swords, you know, though, what I'm getting here is it's kind of almost like learning to balance this energy of the 3 of Swords, which is super interesting. But 3 of Swords is a card of Libra, and this theme of balancing is coming out. You know, I feel this energy of like, maybe even like watching the news, I'm seeing like literally the California wildfires, and I'm feeling heartbreak. And it's like taking in all of this stuff that is going to hurt. And figuring out that you can only take so much, you know, figuring out that only so much is healthy for you, and then so much just leads to your own suffering, and you, without helping, without serving any kind of positive thing. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting it is about anytime that comes into your mind, like saying a prayer. And I know like prayers, you know, people say prayers can only do so much. Prayers can do a lot. They can do a lot. It is something positive. It is something productive. Maybe don't take it in. We know it's happening. We know it's happened. We know thousands of people are super duper traumatized. And you know, let's really send them some good energy. Let's send them some healing vibes and some hey, you know, we're here for you vibes, you know. But taking it on, watching it, what I'm getting is it's detrimental. It's not helpful. And then for other people, it's almost this energy of doing things that you know will hurt you or that aren't good for you. It's like, I don't know, like what I'm getting is if you have acid reflux and you eat food that doesn't agree with you, like you actually know that it's probably going to cause your suffering, but you're doing it anyway. Yeah, nope. Don't do that. Like, don't hurt yourself and don't do things. That's what it is. Don't hurt yourself. Even be mindful of your thoughts, that just to keep them really positive, just to be like, oh, you know, if you find yourself being critical of yourself, say something kind to yourself. If you want something that's going to lead you to acid reflux, but you make a positive choice and you choose something else, congratulate yourself, recognize yourself, you know, say nice things to yourself about it, because that feels better in every single way than the other. You're going to retrain yourself for these really positive shifts in your life that are about to happen. It's learning how kind of like not to suffer perpetually is kind of how it feels. Like I actually just got a flash of the Sacred Heart. But you have the High Priestess here with the Ten of Pentacles, because you're being guided in a direction that's not in resonance with that. You're being guided toward abundance. You're being guided toward some really amazing stuff. And there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to get busy and for you to put your gifts to work and to kind of make the world a better place because you're in it, is, you know, the vibe that I'm catching from it. And it's like you're going to have many opportunities and you're going to need energy. You're going to need to be focused and positive. And in order for this to even come in, and in order for you to be open to your intuition, you have to be in a space where you're not blocked by pain and suffering. So it's kind of this energy of the Eight of Pentacles, like focusing on the things that you can affect, you know, the things that you can make better. And most of the time, the number one thing is ourselves. If we make ourselves the best version of ourselves, then we're contributing the best thing that we have to contribute to the world, period. So I don't know who that's for. These messages, man, oh man. And with this High Priestess, I love this High Priestess. I am terrified of bats. Oh, I am terrified of bats, but I love this High Priestess. I get an energy of staying grounded, and there's nothing about that card that says grounding. Holy crap. Holy crap, Pisces. Oh my God. I literally cannot believe these cards. I literally cannot believe these cards. First of all, if you have watched me for any length of time, anytime the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups come out in the same reading, this is a huge sign for me of a major relationship on the horizon. So like if I were doing a private reading and this came up, it would be like, absolutely, there's a very significant relationship coming in, and it has the potential to go all the way, especially because you have the Four of Wands clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. And you have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck is saying like this stuff could come at you pretty quickly, and it could come at you like boom, boom, boom. This can also be where, Pisces, you may be holding out for something. Okay, this is sort of complicated, I feel like, and this is sort of specific, but I'm wide open. I don't know how long this reading is going to be today, but listen to whatever part of it you want. This can be part of your healing or part of your recovery from some type of really dark time where you were both holding yourself back and also being held back by the universe. And honestly, the way it just came to me is that things did not go your way, or there were doors, a lot of doors or windows closing. Do you know what I'm actually getting? I'm actually getting that all of those things that you were trying to pursue that were not working out for you were not meant for you, and that's why they didn't work out for you. And I know people say that all the time, but I don't know. There was something about the way that it came through there that made it crystal clear to me. And so you are entering a time where you are much more in alignment with your soul purpose. So there are going to be a lot more things that when you go to open them, they open. And so there's this energy, there's a huge energy here of you have to be a vibrational match for it. And this, you know, taking on more suffering, or even constantly pulling out the suffering of your past and replaying it or looking at it again, that's not going to be good for you. Because it's lowering your vibration, and you're becoming a vibrational match with like things that you have really been trying to manifest, especially a particular relationship. Now, because you have been heartbroken, because you have had this experience, and because you are naturally empathetic, I'm getting, and this is a particularly hard time in the world, I'm getting like, wow, that message actually really hurts my heart chakra. But what I'm trying to say is that because you feel things so intensely and you have been hurt directly as a person, and also the world is hurting you. Oh my God, it just made sense to me of why I had to do this reading, like why this came through so strongly. Wow. Okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that you may feel intuitively guided to sit in your worth, sit in your value, maintain a sense of self, and be extraordinarily true to your authentic self and your intuition, moving into a major soulmate relationship. Okay? And what I mean by this is we don't ask our friends for their opinions. We don't consult anything. We're not even, maybe even, I hate to say this because I love you guys, but I also love you guys, so I will say this, videos on YouTube. I don't know, like even dating advice, different things like that, like, I'm just getting, no. This is about taking your own advice. This is a situation that is like custom made for you. You are the expert. Nobody else can know better than you know. That's what I'm getting. So it's okay to like turn something on and watch it for a minute and just get a little confirmation, or to come at it from the proper perspective, which is just that like I'm watching this, you know what I mean? And there are things that I can learn from it. There are things I can pick up from it. There are things that can be relevant to me. There are things that are going to resonate with me, but not everything. And like watch it responsibly. But there's this energy of a lot of things coming in here, or some major confirmation here through potentially communication, through some kind of conversation where it's almost as if it's like either you already know this person has very serious intentions about you, or you already know this is your person, which I hesitate to even say that because that can be dangerous, or you, because of the pain, the suffering that you have endured in past relationships, you want this to be real. You want this to be the answer of your manifestations. But there's almost this energy of like, if it's not, I also want to know that. Like, I don't want to go down some fantasy lane again where I believe somebody, I can see it, I'm prepared for it, this is how it's going to go. It's going to end in marriage or, serious commitment, and then it doesn't. It's like there's something about knowing possibly that the other person is ready by giving them the time, all the time and all of the space that they need to feel moved to communicate it. Not asking, what is this? What are we? But letting it be revealed to you. And it's something, it's like you'll believe it if you don't have to prompt it. It is back and forth communication. So you are responding in some way, or maybe also it's your opportunity to communicate your needs. Remember we saw that blue butterfly over that girl's mouth? Wow. See, oh my God. Remember I used the analogy of the baby bird? You got this baby bird. Some of you may have a sign or a symbol or an experience with a baby bird. I don't know. That might tell you, it may even be like telling you the time is near. For you, there's an energy of sitting here in stagnancy. So it's like someone's been sort of poised to take action, like ready to jump, but hasn't. And with this frog, it's giving me this energy of like they've been watching everything, thinking about everything, analyzing everything, and it's like trying to trust themselves that they're going to know the right time to do something. Like they will take action, they're an action taker. But it's like there's something here where this person is like they're waiting for the right sign, they're watching for something. So you have the 10 of Swords here with the Queen of Pentacles, and this is that energy of you closing out of what has been a very difficult cycle where things just they were not working out for you, Pisces. And what this whole thing was, this is part of your life cycle. This is part of your purpose. This is part of you finally figuring out what a goddess or God, like person you are, the divinity within you. Cows are very divine. And it's like waking up to this, to your potential, waking up to your value, waking up to your worth, but also then the inherent value that comes with it. And it's like Spirit really needed you to get all the way there, Pisces. So, you know, whatever cycle you're about to embark on, I think it's going to be incredible. I think it's going to be fast moving. I think a lot of really amazing things are going to happen for you, Pisces. But I also think it really relies heavily on you remembering always your worth and your value. Somebody's about to make some kind of move towards you, Pisces. They may have revealed part of it. There's possible other people that know, or other people that are watching or have been seeing things or been talking about things, maybe even like seeing this person ready to jump. A little bit has been revealed to you potentially, but not everything. I'm putting the Ace of Wands right there on top of that Ace of Wands, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. So, I mean, wow. Pisces. Okay. So for some of you, you may be ending a difficult cycle that was, it feels like based on kind of getting our, like, well, it's like heavy attraction may burn out kind of quickly, or, you know, kind of letting other people sort of choose you. Oh my God. You know what I just got? In nature, women choose who they like. That's why men are really the guy, like the male cardinal is bright red, and the female cardinal is like that dull brown. It's like, and like they have mating dances where the guys all dance for the woman. It's because the woman chooses who she's going to procreate with, who she's going to let procreate with her, right? And what a power that is. But I'm getting that here, and it's kind of like there's this energy of possibly when someone paid you attention before, or it's like almost this energy of like you may not have made them earn everything that you ended up eventually giving them. It's been a really difficult cycle, and it's because it's like maybe you realize that people were coming towards you a lot of times out of physical attraction. It could be, it doesn't have to be. Or you've had some awakening about it. Like you may make people laugh. You may feel really warm, or you may be a very warm person, somebody who's a really good listener. But it's kind of like also, once this person sort of moves through a stage, you know, the wands are like very fast moving energy. It's like once they move through the stage where, you know, they're looking for that, then it's like they're done. And there's something about this mating dance with knowing that it's more than just an attraction. Like knowing that this actually it's like going to prevent you from getting hurt again or something. I don't know. Guys, just take it as it resonates. I'm just giving you messages as they come, and I don't even know what I'm saying. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups and the Lovers. This energy is incredible because when you stand in, this is what it means to stand in your value, is that I am not going to let you, no, it's, oh God, what is this? Okay, let me really try hard to say this. Oh God. I know I am a multi-dimensional being. I am not just one thing. I am all of these things. And I know that sometimes we have like a loud thing. It's something that we lead with. Oh, that person's funny. They have a great sense of humor. That person's pretty. That person's a great athlete. That person's smart. That person's this. That person's read all the best books. That person knows how to make coffee. You know, like whatever it is, okay? And it's like, then people stop. They don't move beyond that, because if you respond on that, if you go, oh, okay, on just that thing alone, then it's like that may be what they're looking for, and they never move beyond that to discover the richness and the depth that exists beyond that sort of very superficial place. So there's something about like kind of making someone do a mating dance. Guys, I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I never thought I'd be saying mating dance on YouTube though. So what I'm saying is somebody's coming in. They are a deep soul connection. They will listen. If this is the right person, they're gonna bring you more than you ask for sure, because they see your value as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. Because you're sitting in your value. You're sitting in your worth. Pisces, this person, you may be able to achieve or accomplish something together. You may have a shared passion or desire, or like a space of interest. And you may be able to like achieve something, create something together. And that may be part of the purpose of why you're getting together at all. All right, I'm going to go one more round. I have a feeling this reading is super long because I feel like I've been talking and talking and talking. Oh my God. I love these cards. I feel like I say that every time I use them. I love these cards. Oh. So you have the King of Cups and the Seven of Wands and the Fool card on the bottom of the deck. This is someone who this can be the person that has really gone through some kind of transformation. They are actually looking for something, I feel, more emotionally fulfilling in their life, just like in general. And I feel that they have learned how to kind of master the thing that used to get them in trouble, the mistake that they used to make. I feel like this energy of, we have talked a bit about the ego and looking at the reflection. This could be someone who I think this could be an experience. This could be like a really intense long-term love affair. I mean, marriage and everything, but like also really just like life-changing. Because it's like these are two people who have really looked at themselves deeply, and they were willing to look at where they went wrong and where the other person went wrong. And I feel like the things that they didn't like in themselves, the actions that they took, or where they felt they were failing themselves, they got a good look at that and they worked on it, and they've been working on it. And so they're coming into this situation in a different, higher vibration. Even see how this is like orange? I am so getting sacral chakra energy. But they have, there's a very powerful attraction here. A very, oh wow. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, look at what's underneath that. I mean, we're going kind of deep in the bottom of the deck, but it's all making so much sense. You even have another card that says unity. I've been talking about purpose here this whole time, and yeah, this you're creating, or you have been creating, manifesting a lot of stuff here, Pisces, and I think it's showing up. But I think, you know, what is being reflected back to you at this time is so much more in alignment with who you are now than anything or anyone or anywhere you've ever been before in your life. And so I think this, first of all, I think a lot of people are seeing your value or finding you attractive with that Queen of Pentacles, with the Seven of Wands. This person definitely feels like they have competition or they have to fend you off. It's like you're a unicorn and they discovered you first, or they're the biggest and the baddest, and they're like, no, no, no. Like, that's the energy I get from this card. But the person who's coming in, it's like they may have really had to take a look in the mirror. They may have really had to address some things that they didn't like about themselves. And one of those things may have been a lot of superficiality or a lot of ego and arrogance. And it's like they had to learn to love other parts of themselves besides the part that was always perfect. Because I think, you know, if they were in a relationship and they broke up and they were only okay with the part of themselves that was always perfect, well, a breakup, you're not perfect, somebody broke up with you, you know what I mean? It really triggers the ego a lot, breakups, especially if you thought you were better than the person, you know, and like when you're in your ego, it's easy to think things like that, which we know cannot and are never true. But, you know, it's possible that this has created a much deeper individual who's coming forward, who's looking to have someone to explore life with in that way, you know. And I feel like this person, it's like they feel like they found, like, you're the only one like you on the entire planet, and that it's almost like I feel like they will, there's just this energy of like, I'm going to protect this, I'm going to I get this, almost this feeling of like worship, you know. I'm going to worship you. I'm always going to want this. So this person with the full card energy here, I feel they're getting ready to really take a leap of faith. It's like they're getting ready to go all in. You have the Ace of Wands right here and the full card right here. I mean, this is like, no, I know for sure I want this. And not only do I want this, but I'm also inexplicably called to do this. Like, I'm so drawn to it, so magnetized to it, so attracted to it, that I have no choice but to go for it. So funny. I literally, the Knight of Wands came out and I was like, oh, why are we getting the Knight of Wands? This kind of low vibe energy. And then it was like, almost like I had it replayed for me in my head, that I literally just said, like, going after what you want, like that you have to, that you're inexplicably drawn to it. And look at this Knight of Wands. Doesn't that scream that to you? Like, literally, they're my own words. The universe. So we have the Seven of Swords. I kept being drawn to the sun, and I was like, man, well, we did have that sun energy, and now we're seeing the sun here. But now I'm seeing the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Swords are those shadows, the like kind of shadowy energy within us that keep us from being aligned with what is meant for us. you know, that keep us going, well, I'm going to open this door. Well, I'm going to open this door. Well, I'm going to open this window. Well, I'm going to, and it's just like dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end, but we keep doing it. And it's like, why are we doing it? You know, like, why do we stay in a cycle so long? Like, it's almost sort of evident at some point that it's not going to work out, but then we like stick with it. The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords in reverse is like literally letting go of all those, literally letting go of that energy. You know, it's like sometimes we find ourselves stuck in places like that because we are afraid to go after what we really want, you know, or because we're afraid to admit it, or because maybe we haven't found it, but it feels with the Seven of Swords more like almost a fear to step into our own greatness, our own purpose, our own shine, you know? Especially with the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is like authenticity. This is the realest part of ourselves. There's this energy right here with these three cards that is just really giving me like staying in your authenticity, because like I kept calling it like staying grounded, but I knew that wasn't exactly right. And now that I'm seeing the Page of Cups, I'm like, oh, it's the authenticity. It's being true to ourselves, making sure we get what we deserve by putting ourselves first. And there's this energy of, as long as you know, stay centered in yourself and who you are, and you don't let any of the things within yourself that have been a problem for you in the past, or like even thoughts, our ego, anything that wants to stand in our way, anything us with us, and you go for what it is you really want in your heart of hearts, I mean, I feel like you're gonna get there. That's what it's going to take, this cycle. That's what it's going to ask of you. To be truer to yourself than you have ever been, and to be willing to freaking just go for it. And to absolutely refuse, under all circumstances, to let anything within you that is not aligned with you get to you. Because that's what takes you out of alignment with your purpose and your dream. All right, you guys. Well, I don't know. This is what I have. I'm going to use the same cards I used yesterday for your messages. Oh, yeah. World's longest reading. An hour and 17 minutes. If you are still here, put something in the comments. You are a true soldier. All right. Here we go. If you're dealing with a water sign, you're getting rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Literally, I was just talking about all the doors that close. Then you have integrity. No way, no way, no way, no way. Does that really say that? How many times is this going to happen in this reading? Does this situation align with your values and morals? If it is not in alignment with you, let it the fuck go. Release it, let it go. If it's going to stop you from going after your dreams or from being aligned with your authenticity, it isn't worth it. The price is too much. You can't do it. Not right now. You're on a mission. Oh, wow. Pisces. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts, and it feels like the same person. Could be someone that was like telling you it wasn't anything, or it was only this, or it was only that. Oh my God, they can't stop thinking about you. If you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting go slow, take time to get to know each other, and vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. If you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting children. Children are important to this partnership. And new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. Pisces, I love you guys. You're the only people in the entire world that I could go down this path with reckless abandon with. I know that some of you are hanging right in there with me, and I deeply appreciate it. I truly hope that this reading brought you some form of peace and clarity. I hope that it resonated, something along the way resonated. If it does, comment. Let me know what it is. I really do love to hear those things from you guys. That it really, really, really means a lot to me. And gosh, until next time, I'm wishing you everything fabulous this world has to offer. See you next time. Bye-bye.